Let's go. Let's go. All right, so boom. Shout out to YouTuber Braylon Miller. This is his blitz. I don't know him at all. I just came across his channel a couple weeks ago when I noticed that he was putting insane amounts of pressure on his opponents online. And so I downloaded the footage, I analyzed it, and I figured out how to run his blitz. And so I ported that over from Madden here into college football, and it's been crazy ever since. I've been playing this TCU, which is a Tier 4 team, and I've been shutting down Texas, Georgia, Alabama. Like it's been crazy. So shout out to Braylon Miller. Like I said, I don't know him, but it's his blitz. I did not make this up. So to pay homage, I'm going to call it the Miller Blitz. All right. So let's get right to it then. The setup. So you guys know me, like I'm big on strategies and not plays, right? The way Braylon, he runs his out of 3-4 odd. And I think the reason why he does that is because it's a 5 down lineman set. It's a 5 down lineman formation. And anytime you have 5 down linemen, obviously that's just an extra pass rusher. You're going to get quicker pressure. You can, however, run this out of a 4 down lineman set as well. So I'll show you guys both. But you can run this out of like cover for palms and quarters if you have to. And I've done it and it works almost just as good. Not quite, but you can do it out of cover 4 quarters or cover 4 palms as well. So first thing first, let's do the 5 down lineman set and then I'll jump into the other version. So luckily my team TCU has 3-4 odd, so that's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to go into 3-4 odd. And then the play I'm going to select is cover 4 drop. All right. The reason why I'm selecting cover 4 drop is because, like I said, it's 5 down linemen. And then also it's just a zone drop defense. And a lot of times I prefer zone to match because match defense is where the one play touchdown happens, right? Like good players, if they see that you're in match and they have beaters, they can manipulate the match coverage to give up a one play touchdown. So come out and cover 4 drop. That's what we're going to do. And then I'm going to come out in random deep pass. Like I said, stay tuned. If you don't have this particular formation, I'm going to show you guys how to run this out of cover 4. But even continue to watch this because the principles are still going to apply. Everything is still going to apply. So this is going to be valuable for you to keep watching. And I already messed up. I forgot to come out in a shell of cover 0. So let me change my shell. Boom. All right, we got a cover 0 shell. That's just going to bring everyone closer to the line of scrimmage. That's going to help the pass rush get home a little bit quicker. And boom. And so that's what this looks like. Now, I'm in practice mode. And everybody knows the practice mode QB, like he's going to make perfect quick reads. And so I am anticipating that to happen. But after I just show you guys the setup, I'm gonna hop into the gameplay footage where you can actually see how it works against real live opponents. All right, so basically what you want to do is show blitz. That just brings everyone closer, and then blitz all of your linebackers. All right, and then let me just let them hike the ball, and then I'm gonna break down the play. All right, and that pressure, boom. You see he had 0 time at all. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, go ahead and check out the links in the description or the top pinned comment. I have links out to some of my premium videos. Videos like the Guaranteed Picks Blueprint, which is an insane video where I teach you how to get multiple interceptions per game, how I easily do that. Points on demand, one play touchdown setups. This is a video that I made that shows how I cook cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, palms, quarters, everything for one play touchdowns out of a formation that exists in every single playbook. There's also easy pre-snap tells where you can actually know whether or not your opponent is going to run or pass the ball pre-snap with 100% accuracy. So that's pretty insane. But and there's other videos. So if you're enjoying this video and you just sort of like how I teach content and want to learn more and go deeper, go ahead and check out those links. Okay, now back to the video. All right, so let's break it down. First things first, let's break down the blitz. Okay. So this blitz, it is a numbers game. It is a numbers game. So your opponent, typically online, opponents like to send 5 out. They like to send out 3 wide receivers, a tight end, and a running back. That's 5 out. That means they have 5 blockers. They have 5 offensive linemen staying in to protect the quarterback. This blitz sends 7. So you have a +2 advantage. It's 5 on 7. That means you are going to get 2 free pass rushers every single time. Because you are sending 2, because it's 5 on 7, look, just like I said, it's a math problem. There's no one to account for 2 people. You see 2 pass rushers getting home, and boom, he has absolutely no time at all, right? That's what this is what you're going to run into 90% of the time online. You're going to have 2 free pass rushers, okay? So then the next question is, well, what if they start to block the running back, right? So then you still have the +1 advantage, because then it's just 6 on 7. So let's say that this running back stayed in to block and he picked up one of these pass rushers. Well, you still have someone free to get to the quarterback. You still have a free pass rusher. So it's unblockable. If you block 5, you're dead. If you block the running back, you're still dead because you have one extra pass rusher. So then what if they max protect, right? So that means they're keeping in the tight end and the running back to block. Well, then they're only sending 3 people out on routes, right? So if they're sending 3 people out on routes, if you look here into the backfield, it would be a 4 on 3 advantage, because you have 4 deep blue zones versus 3 people out on routes. So then you would have the coverage advantage there as well. So you can see this play. It is very hard to have an advantage on this play unless you're super good at making quick reads underneath, which most people aren't, and most people aren't disciplined enough to make those really quick, fast reads underneath. The disadvantages to this blitz is that like I said, there are quick reads available, because your only pass coverage are the 4 deep blue zones. You are sacrificing the short part of the field. So anything 10 yards and less, you are sacrificing, and you're trying to pick that up with your user, but you're sacrificing that. So if you have an opponent that's good at making quick reads, and maybe they like dump it off to the flats and things like that, they can move the ball on you, but you have to be okay with that, because this blitz is so aggressive, is that you're playing a long game, and the long game is that you can dink and dunk all the way downfield if you want to, but I just need you to make one mistake. I just need you to make one bad read, and I'm pick sixing that, and I'm taking it to the house. I just need you to hold the ball for half a beat too long, and I'm getting a sack for -10, -15 yards. Then you're toast. Then it's, 2nd and 20, 2nd and 25, and then I can just play pass coverage, and you're dead there as well. So if they're dotting you up underneath, like, don't worry about that. You're playing a long game, right? They have to be right every time. You only need to be right once with this blitz. Okay. All right, so that's the blitz breakdown. I'm gonna jump into the gameplay footage in a second, but let me just show you guys kind of how it works a few times. So again, show blitz all linebackers, and what you want to do. I want to show you guys something. Let me let him hike the ball here. I want to show you guys something. Pass rush is there. Boom. He has no time. Because the pass rush gets there so quickly, you only need to cover for about, I would say, 10 yards. Let's say about 10 yards. Because after that, your wide receivers may start to break open a little bit. Like you can see here, this corner route started to break open a little bit. But the pass rush is already home. And your opponent online, he's going to be running backwards. If they run backwards, they're dead. They're just digging themselves into a deeper hole. You can see, like I said, we got the 2 free pass rushers there. So you only need to cover. I want to show you guys here my user right over there. You only need to cover for about 1.5 to 2 seconds. And if they break free after that, it's okay, because your pass rush is already home. You see what I'm saying? So again, show blitz. We're going to blitz all linebackers. The reason why we show blitz is because it brings everyone up to the line of scrimmage so the pass rush gets home sooner, but then it also walks up our safeties and our corners. And that's going to provide us, they're going to be in position to give us enough coverage for that 1.5 to 2 seconds to where we should be okay. The pass rush should get home. All right, so again, I'll let them hike it, boom. And you can see, like I said, that's going to be open underneath. That's going to be open underneath, and you got to be okay with giving that up because we're hunting sacks and we're hunting like bad reads, interceptions. And of course, you can always adjust to that, right? Like if they start to do that, then you can just pop over a hard flat or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's just let them hike the ball. Boom, pass rush is home. No time at all. There's no time to do anything. All right. So let's say that, here, I'm just going to let them run this one. I want to get to another formation. Boom, pass rush is home. Pass rush gets home so fast with this. They have no time. All right, so let's say that they start blocking the running back or something, right? Or no, you know what? Let's just say for whatever reason, you want to give yourself even more of an advantage, right? You can start to take away wide receiving options from the play. So how you do that is you man up someone, right? Like I'm over here. I'm going to man up triangle. So you can see we're manned up. And now what that's going to allow me to do is to jam him at the line of scrimmage. Excuse me. So jam him at the line of scrimmage. And I popped over him into like a deep half just to provide more coverage, you know. But I'm going to jam him at the line of scrimmage, right? So watch this. Boom. He's jammed at the line of scrimmage. Boom. I have eliminated that wide receiver from the play, right? So this is another way to even give yourself like more of an advantage, right? So when you jam, look, boom, he's out of the play. Like as your opponent is trying to make a read, he's gone. He's gone. So now he only has, if you look out, he only has 3 wide receiving options. That left side option, he's bagged. The right side, he's bagged. You have that route breaking open over the middle, but guess what? Pass rush is already home. The whole point of this blitz is that your pass rush gets home before they can make a read. It's not a question because of the way you have the deep blue zones as your only coverage on here. It's not a question of if they're going to break open eventually. They are going to break open eventually. The idea is that your pass rush gets home before they do and before the opponent can make a read. And what I'm showing you here is against the computer. They're super good, especially practice mode computer. Oh my God, they're super good at making reads. But you can see our pass rush is home before they can even do anything. And when you add nuances like removing receivers from the play like that, like jamming him, like then it's like even more, they're even more bagged, right? Like over here, let's say they like the tight end. Maybe they made a couple completions to the tight end. All right, boom. Well, I'm going to take the tight end out of the play. I'm going to jam him at the line. Boom, jammed him. That's not there. Give me that. My pick. Give me that. You see that? It's crazy. This defense is crazy, guys. So you can see I jammed him. So he's no longer a viable option. So if that was one of the reads, like if they like the tight end, well, the tight end is not an option. All right, so now they got to move on to the next read. We can see over on the far side of the field, that's bagged. And they have to make a quick read. They just have to throw something up. And the deep blue zone, you can't beat it over the top, guys. Like you can't beat this over the top. Because I was in position, I just click on and I snatched that out of the sky. Let's take a look at the pass rush. I don't know if the pass rush got home there. Yeah, they kept the running. He kept the running back in the block, which saved him. But you guys see how, like, look how I jammed number 17. I jammed him. He's removed from the play. If you jam someone, they are removed from the play. Look at his depth and look at where I am. Like, I'm in his hip pocket compared to the other receivers downfield. Like, they're already 15 yards downfield and this guy is on the 4. You know what I'm saying? So like he's out of the play. Boom. Let's do the blitz is set up. Remember, all you need to do is cover for about a second and a half, 2 seconds, and then that pass rush is going to get home. That's it. That's it. Boom. Look, he had to scramble and throw it away. One of the techniques I like to use, if you watch me here, is I'm just strafing because I know I don't need to cover for that long. Typically, it's only to about like before the quarterback needs to get rid of the ball, maybe like before or around his receivers getting about 10 to 12 yards downfield. You can see like, okay, so they're all about 10-ish yards downfield. At that point, the pass rush is getting there already. Look, and he's already running. We got 2 free pass rushers. Like I said, 7-on-5. We got 2 free. He has to throw the ball away. You get what I'm saying? So we show blitz, we do that, and let's say, all right, I'm like, all right, so he been hitting 3. He's been killing me with number 3, so I'm going to take him out of the play. One quick thing I want to show you guys: you can't jam. The jam isn't going to work all the time. Sometimes you do get beat on the jam, so just know that. You can't jam takeoff also. So if you want to see if your opponent has takeoff, if you're on PlayStation, hold L2 and then flick the left stick over to the right, and it's going to show you who has abilities, right? And so you can see this wide receiver that I'm going to attempt to jam. He has gold takeoff. So watch this. I'm going to try to jam him, but watch this. Oh shit, we got a jam on him. All right, cool. But you saw the pass rush get home anyway, right? So it didn't matter. Let's try it again. I'm going to try to jam him. Typically, you're not able to jam takeoff, or at least not frequently. Pass rushes. This blitz is stupid. All right, I'm jamming the shit out of him and taking him out of the play, and I wasn't expecting being able to do that. Let me try it one more time. I want to show you guys how takeoff reacts to jams. Oh shit, I hit the wrong guy. Boom. All right, that's an example of getting beat. Nothing is perfect. Your opponent might complete something every once in a while, but you can see, oh, I think I just set this up incorrectly is what I did. Yeah, I just set this up incorrectly, but you can see he has takeoff. He's out of there. If he made that read, it's a touchdown, but that's only because I set that up wrong that time. So let's show blitz. Let's blitz everybody. Boom. Who has takeoff again? All right, this dude over here, he has takeoff. All right, I want to try to jam him one last time. There we go. See what happened? That's what happens a lot of the times if you try to jam takeoff. Like, you can see him. I try to hit X and down to jam him, but I ended up just running past him, so he's free. What saves you, though, is that you have 3 other deep blue zones, so it looks like it's still covered. You can see those routes down over there, those covers as well. The middle of the field is open. We're giving that up strategically. Like, we'll let you have that. If you can make that read, you earned it. You can have that, right? But you have no time. You're blocking 5, we're sending 7. We get 2 free every time. Like, you have no time to do anything. Boom, another sack. All right, so that's the play out of 3-4 odd. Let me show you guys out of something that you guys probably will have. Let me go to nickel over. If you have cover 4 drop, great. I don't think TCU has cover 4 drop. They don't have cover 4 drop. Okay, they don't have cover 4 drop. That's fine. Let's check to see if they have anything out of dime. All right, they don't have cover 4 drop. That's fine. So what we'll just do is come out and cover 4 palms. And it's going to be less effective but it's still viable and you can still use it. So what you want to do is the same thing, show blitz, and you have to do a few more adjustments, right? So you can blitz the linebacker, boom, you see that, but now you got to manually blitz the quarter flats. Oh shit, I pressed the wrong button. But now you got to manually blitz the quarter flats, and that's the setup. I forgot to put him at cover 0, so hold on, let me just let him hike the ball. All right, so let me put it at cover 0 or shell 0, cover 0 shell, and then we'll do cover 4 palms, and then we'll do random deep pass. Then we'll show blitz. That's just going to walk them up a little bit closer. I'm going to blitz them. I'm going to blitz my quarterbacks. Boom. So that would be the play setup if you have to run this out of like cover 4 quarters or cover 4 palms. The only thing is you might have to walk them up a little bit closer. So like that. Boom. So walk them up. Boom. But everything else stays the same. And he's going to take the flat. Boom. So it still works out of cover 4 quarters and palms. The advantage, if you do decide to go this route, though, what I like about it is that what I like about this, hold on, I think I blitzed the wrong guy. That's all right. Is that when I've tried this a few times out of this way, like I like to keep the 3-rec hook there. Provides an interesting wrinkle, right? It's one less pass rusher, which is fine, especially if they're sending 5 out. Because like I said, you got the 7-on-5 advantage. But if they're sending 5 out, you can have someone else drop to the middle of the field, and then it's just going to be 6-on-5. You should still get a free pass rusher, right? Let's see here. All right, let me let him hike the ball here. All right, again, he's dumping it to the flats, but you can see the pressure was there if you didn't dump it to the flats. So let's do it again. And then we're going to blitz the linebacker. We're going to blitz him. Where's my quarter flat? There he is. Boom. So that's the play setup. Like I said, you can walk them up just a little bit closer to the line, something like that. Boom. Pass rush gets home. The only difference is you might find yourself needing to walk these guys up. So just practice your adjustments, but boom, I did that fast and it's set up and you're ready to go. Right? And then like I said, you're only providing coverage for like a second and a half. If you can cover for that long, you should be good. And I couldn't cover for that long, so I got toasted. I keep pressing the wrong button. So that's the setup. Ooh. Yeah, you can see. So now I'm starting to kind of get beat a little bit because it's not as fast if you it's not as fast if you don't have like everybody in place like they are at 3-4 odd. You know what I'm saying? So it still works. It's just not as fast. So let me get out of that. So what you can do, there are creative ways that you can recreate this with other formations. Like say you come out in DB Blitz 0. Find something where your guys are walked up to the line, because the closer they are, the faster your blitz is going to be. And then you can just take your corners and your safeties, and then you can just put them on deep zones. You know what I'm saying? Like you can just put them. Damn, I put them all on the same one. Then you can just put them all on deep zones of various kinds. You know what I'm saying? So like something like this. And so you could do something like that. And so you might have to play with it a little bit. You might have to play with it a little bit. That was just kind of me live labbing to see like if you don't have exactly 3-4 odd, if you don't have something like that, you might have to play with it a little bit and see, okay, like how can I get a formation where I can walk as many linebackers up to the line of scrimmage as possible and just like instantly blitz them. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, so 5-2 normal that has five down linebackers. You don't necessarily need 4 deep blue zones. You can do 3. I have done it with 3, and it still works pretty well. It's just less pass coverage. So like an engage 8, for example, like you can use engage 8 as like a base play, like that. And then if you blitz them up, you can do something like that. And then you can take the corner, and then you can put him like on like an inside third, something like that. Okay. And then you're this right here. You can ignore the play art because you're just going to do whatever you want to do anyway. And then you can just provide, coverage. Oh, we should have had the pick there. I have used engage 8 as the base play for this quite a bit. So if you have engage 8, you can do that. But you can see the pass rush got home. We had one free rusher. Looks like the running back picked up one of them, but a beat longer, and that would have been home. So I think most playbooks have engage 8, right? And if you want to use engage 8 as a base play, and like I said, it only provides the 3 deep blue zones, what you can do, instead of having them on deep thirds on the outside, here's what you do. You put them on deep halves, right? So now you have more downfield coverage, and then you can take one of the safeties and the corners and just take somebody away out of the play with a jam. Boom, we were right there. And so now, even though you have one fewer deep blue zone, it doesn't really matter because you're also removing a wide receiver from the play. And so now you have 3-on-3 downfield, and you can see we were there again. So another way you can recreate this play, like I said, use engage 8, find whichever one, put the corners on deep halves, keep the center, keep the safety, just like that. What is this formation? I don't even know what that formation is, but we home. You can get the same amount of pressure. Again, use engage 8 as a base play, and then boom, put them on deep halves on the corners, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to take him out of the play over here. So then we just man him up. Damn, man him up. Game glitched. Oh, I can't jam him. Is that the dude with takeoff? No, he don't got takeoff. They won't let me man him up. All right, I don't know why I can't jam him. That's terrible. That was crazy. Let's try that again. Boom. Deep halves. Oh, this is that weird formation again. All right, we getting home. Boom. And that's another thing. They can't play action at all. If they play action, it's a sack. All right, let's try this again. Why can't I jam him? Is it because I'm like a linebacker or something? All right, he can. All right, I don't know what that was about. Let me make sure this isn't the dude with takeoff. All right, he don't got takeoff. All right, so we can jam him. Boom, he's out of the play. And he fucking got beat anyway. What is up with that? Was that dude with, yeah, that's the one with takeoff. Yep, that's homeboy with takeoff. So here's how you would counter that. So we do deep halves. Say you're doing it out of engage 8 like this. Back him off. Don't press the guy with takeoff. Don't do that. And then let's say like, okay, and then I will take out. I don't know why it's not letting me man these guys up. Like, what is up with that? All right. I think I'm just picking the wrong person. Okay. And so now we backed off of the takeoff. We have the zone set up as we like them. And then we're going to block him, right? So we still get the 7-man pass rush. We just are sacrificing, instead of 4 deep blue zones, we have just 3, which is okay because we're removing a wide receiver anyway with a jam. And so boom, I jam him. He's out of the play. And you can see The pass rush got home instantly. All right, so I spent a lot longer time on that than maybe I wanted to. So basically, um, there's a variety of ways you can set this up, right? So in closing, I will say before jumping into the practice or into the game footage, I'm going to say if you have 5 down linemen set, use that. 3-4 odd is best because 3-4 odd has cover 4 drop in it, so you have the 4 deep blue zones. If you don't have that, then you can use like 4-3 solid. It has 5 down linemen, but it doesn't have a cover 4 stock. So in those situations, like you could do like a cover 3 sky weak, like you see on the screen there. And then what you want to do is just change the blue zones, like I said, like I just showed you with the engage 8, and then maybe use someone to jam them at the line and take them out of a play, right? If neither of those are an option, I would just find the play engage 8. I think it's in every playbook somewhere. Like I don't know which formations have engage 8. Like I don't even know where I just found that. But I've used engage 8 to some good success running the same concept. So I would use engage 8 again with the three deep blue zones and then jam someone to take them out of the play. Or you can just hot route it into 4 deep blue zones as well. Like it's literally your choice. And then lastly, if you have none of those options, then I would try it out of cover 4. Palms or quarters, it is least effective, but it is an option. All right, so let's jump into the footage. All right, so now we are in the gameplay footage. I got some highlights for you guys running this blitz. I'll just do my best to break it down. So as you can see, here's the setup. What you can see here with this particular setup, I have this blitzing corner way out here. Yeah, so typically I do like them to be closer, like sort of in this area. But as you can see here, it doesn't really matter. Boom, pick. So the blitz didn't get home as fast as we like to. Number one is Alabama. Alabama has one of the best offensive lines in the game. Plus, I got this corner blitzing. He's blitzing from way over here. So the pressure that he brings is not going to be as instant, right? Like he's still over here on the play. I'm using him right here. He hit this route earlier, so I had assumed like he kept going to this tight end. So I had just assumed that he's going to be looking at the tight end again. And hold on a second. Yeah, I assumed he was going to be hitting that tight end again. So I just kind of sat on that route and was able to get the pick. But you can see he still doesn't have time because we're getting sheds now. You know what I mean? And he's been blitzed a number of times, so he's already a little bit frazzled. And that's the thing about blitzing, and that's the psychology of blitzing is that it's not always about whether or not you get the sack. Sometimes my dog in the background is like, I'm not sure if you guys heard that. It's not always about whether or not you get the sack. A lot of times it's just about getting the quarterback out of rhythm and getting them frazzled. And then they start to throw out of artificial pressure that's not even there. And this is one of those instances where, I mean, he had pressure, but he understands the ball needs to come out quick, whether his opponents are guarded or not. And I was just there to pick off the ball. And so yeah, that's how that one played out. You can see, I think this is the same. Yeah, this is the same game, same blitz. Boom. We get home on 4th and 17. You can see Alabama does have a little bit more time. Like I said, they got an excellent offensive line. But with the 4 deep zones, you can see like everything is like pretty well covered. Like if he passes here, he's going to make a break on the ball and get a knockout. If he passes here, he's going to make a break on the ball, potentially get an interception. I got this. He's going to run to my help over here. And so you can see because he's running to my help, I can peel off and pick up that other route. Like these are all bagged. And it's crazy because if you just take a look at the play art, it doesn't look like coverage is going to be baggy with this play, but everything is bagged deep. And you can see we got the pass rush coming home and it's a wrap. Plays over, we get a sack on 4th and 17. And I mean, he was in a 4th and 17 situation anyway because I just kept blitzing the shit out of him with this play setup. Again, same blitz. Boom, we get a pick. What you're going to notice with this play when you start running it is that you're going to get a lot more picks because they're going to start just chucking it deep. They're going to start just chucking it deep. And I don't think I said this in the setup, but you can always pass commit and shade over the top. And so you're going to provide good coverage even when they, I mean, I don't know why he's throwing that. I don't know why he's throwing that, honestly. You're going to provide good deep coverage because it's a deep blue zone. Right. And so they're just trying to throw out a pressure that may or may not even be there. And then you just click on hold triangle and you're going to get an easy pick. And I got more examples of this coming up. But this dude, he was absolutely bagged. Oh, come on. I think I'm going to do a video on this juke soon. But this juke right here, guys, is the best in the game. That right there. It's just a flick of the joystick. I'm going to do a video on it eventually, but that juke is crazy. All right, so here you guys can see I'm TCU. I'm a tier 4 team going against Notre Dame. I think they're tier 2. So they do have the advantage in terms of players, but this blitz, it don't matter. Look, the pressure was coming in. Like I said, they're just going to start throwing out an artificial pleasure. Wow. They're going to start throwing out of artificial pressure. And so, like I said, those deep blue zones, they trick people a lot. I don't know why, but they just start chucking it deep. And, I mean, I'm there. I guess he thinks this is open. But we got help over the top, brother. That's not open. And TCU, this guy has a ball hawk ability. So, I absolutely love cooking people with TCU. There's nothing better than beating, and he quit. He got mad and quit. There's nothing better than beating like Alabama and like some of the best teams with like a tier 4 or 5 team. Same blitz setup. Boom. I mean, that pressure is instant. Pressure is absolutely instant. So this is an example of what I mean. He's sending 5 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some people don't understand this math problem. You're sending 5 out. I'm rushing 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? So 5 on 5. But he's free. So we get a free pass rusher. We also got the 7th coming in here. It's simple math. It's 5 on 7. You're not blocking enough guys to prevent this blitz from getting home. And you try to throw out of the pressure, and you can't do it. You can't do it. All right, let's see what happens here. I'm TCU. Pressure's coming home. He's trying to throw out of the pressure. Oh, this is just another one of those examples. Like I'm telling you guys, bam. You're going to get a lot more interceptions just simply because they start trying to just chuck it deep. And you got deep blue zones on the field. Like they're playing deep, especially if you pass commit as well. Like you pass commit, like, come on. There's nothing that they can do. And he has no choice. Like he has to do something. Like he has to do something. We got 2 free pass rushers. This is bagged. He has these routes open, but like I said, this isn't practice mode computer. Practice mode computer is hitting this all day. They're hitting that all day. Pause. But we're talking about real human opponents. They're not disciplined enough to take this. Pause. They're not disciplined enough, so they're going to start throwing it deep. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Easy pick with TCU, guys. Like, this is working with TCU. Look at this. I got the setup. I love TCU is slept on, bro. I love TCU. First of all, they got the right setup. They got 3-4 odds so you can run this. And then they got spread. They got 5 wide. Like, y'all should take a look at TCU. They may not have the best players, but their playbook is crazy. But you can see here. Let's see what happens. Boom, he hikes it. Oh, yeah, like I said, you can't play action out of this. You cannot play action with this play. If you play action with this play, it's a wrap. So like I said, you only got about a second and a half before guys start breaking free. He's open, but the pressure's already there, so it don't matter. He's gonna try to make that read, but it don't matter. It's too late. You don't got enough time. You only need to provide coverage for about a second and a half or 2 seconds, and then the pressure's home. Like, look this. Bam, we get a sack fumble, and I'm picking that up. Just wreaking havoc. Oh, he quit. Bama user, bam. No time at all. Let's take a look at that. No time at all. He just won't learn. And that's the thing. A lot of these guys won't learn. They don't understand the math problem that's happening here. You keep sending 5 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm bringing 7. Like, you can't do that. You cannot do that. Again, if this is the computer, they're hitting this right here, pause. But it's not. Like, they don't look to take cheap stuff to the flat. Your opponent's like, this is where they're looking. And like I said, you get the free rusher. It's home. Ain't nothing he can do. All right, we set it up. Look at the peep the adjustment here on the right side. You see how I backed him off? That's because I think he might have takeoff. I don't quite remember why I backed him off. I think he might have takeoff over there. But remember that, guys. If you're dealing with someone with takeoff, if you're dealing with someone with takeoff, make sure that you back them off. So this is an adjustment your opponents will start to make. They will start to try to throw RPOs, but you can be on that yourself. Like, you can, like, if they come out in a trips formation, a lot of times that's going to be a RPO. You can just drive down on those. You can also convert this to a hard flat or something like that, or this to a hard flat. So those are easy to take away. That's not a big deal, but I figured he was going to go to the RPO soon, so I was on that. And if I was like a half a second faster, I could have had a pick six there the other way. But we on that. All right, so he tries to hurry up here. He's looking for answers. I set it up real quick, takes no time at all. Boom, I'm on everything. Pass rush gets home. You can't make any reads, bro. He doesn't have any answers to this. He even tried hurrying up to try to catch me off guard. And look what's happening now, right? He's now blocking the running back. So he's learned. He's like, okay, I'm getting blitzed to hell. Let me try to block the running back. It don't matter. Like I said, it's a math problem. 5 on 7, I win. You block the running back. It's 6 on 7, I win. Even though he's blocking the running back, we have the numbers advantage. It don't matter, bro. And let's say he even got that pass rush, that pass off. I'm still right here. Still minimal yards. So, yeah. Anyway, so that's the blitz, guys. That's the blitz. Like, again, shout out to Braylon Miller. This is not my blitz. This is Braylon Miller's blitz. I never met the man. I don't know him. I'm just a fan, and I analyzed his footage. I picked it up, and I'm just sharing it with the world. So hopefully you guys had a lot of fun watching this video. I had a lot of fun making it. I'll see you in the next one.